I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is March 30, Thursday, 2023. We got this candle here. All right, pretty basic ass day. We had the price go up to take out that previous day high and that high I was mentioning. I got marked, and to hit that opening level of that candle, and to hit 50% of this wick here. And I didn't draw it out because I didn't need to, because also we have a weak opening gap right there, which was really nice target as well, held as resistance for the day. And yeah, let's go, and please watch previous videos so this makes sense. Let me go into a 1 hour. All right, so the hour here, price opened up, gap, we had a gap opening, so we used that as confluence for a target on the downside to reach for support in a way, and it came into this block right here, or you could say that block, same thing. But so price came up. We saw another day like yesterday, similar. A lot of movement in Asia and London, not pretty much Asia, but London pretty much, bringing the price all the way up here. They had already accomplished all this. So that's why today I looked for a sell first, because I knew that we would consolidate a little bit and it would be a little bit of an ugly day like yesterday. Yesterday was worse. I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday was bad. But today was it was like yesterday, but just a lot smoother, man. So took a sell here, then we're taking a buy at support to see if it's going to bust through. And even if this doesn't ever bust above here and it never sees this top side, we're definitely going to see some type of retracement if we're going to go lower. So that was the reason for the buy. So it comes in the 1 hour right there. Let me go into a 5 minute here. And oops, drop something. And you'll definitely see this on a 1 minute. It's obviously still better, but I wanted to show it on the 5 minute for a second here, because so as you see, we came up, we took that high, we got into that that old weekly opening gap, and then price came up, came down, took liquidity there, came down, came up, made a divergence. So we made a lower high here when S&P and NAS made higher highs right here, higher highs, and right here it looks like it took it out, but it didn't. If you look at the points here, look at the second column here, high is 33,123. Look at this second number here. And then the high here was 33,122. So by a point, we did not take it out. We missed it. We were underneath, and that was the divergence that got me into the sell. And then dollar was not helpful as well, because it was coming down most of the day. So that was the pretense of the buying. But when it started shifting here, this is and I knew we were kind of like at a bottom range. We should see some type of upside movement. That gave me the idea of saying, okay, we're gonna come into this imbalance, take out that liquidity, maybe even up here. Didn't even do that, but this was a minor shift in our price. So that was how the trade happened. So I need to go to a 1 minute, but pay attention to this imbalance right there on this 5. You can't miss it, right? I'm going to go to a 1 minute now so you can see it. But take a look here on the 1 minute. I mean, again, you see this every day. I mean, literally every day. So starting up here, well, let me move it over. So we took out liquidity there, came back down, came back up. I'm not involved yet, because I know I need to let 930 happen. That's for sure. I'm not getting involved in this, and then, 9:30 opens and it just whipsaws, right? And we had a super boring news event at 8:30, so price drove it back up here, and this was nothing. So we weren't even caring about that. But 9:30 came down right here, made that imbalance right there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So made that imbalance right there, right? And price comes down, breaks that low, and then this becomes a resistance block right here. So we have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high. We bust through it and we come back in it. This 1 minute candle becomes a resistance block, dragged it out. Then coupled with, take a look at this, coupled with this imbalance right here. So price leaves an imbalance, pokes in, all right, automatic seller. Once it pokes in, stop loss can be above here or above the actual high of the first candle in imbalance, but I put it at the open, so whatever. But when the price came back in, so sold off, came back in, and look where it taps. Taps this block, this mitigation block beautifully right there. See that? It's the same numbers. Look at this numbers up top, top left. The low of this candle is 32,881. The high of this candle right there is 32,881. So, and I called it before it just was beautiful. This is super algorithm delivery at its finest, and sure enough, that held and kept coming down. And where are we taking it to? Well, we first got here, and price filled some imbalance over there and to the left of the chart, which would have been here. All right, you got these two big 1 minute candles right here that are completely by itself, eyesore. Bounced from there. Wasn't too concerned about it because I knew we would kind of come down here. I was trying to hold to this open gap. And then price came up, and then sank down. Here are the opportunities on the way down. Imbalance right there. Price pokes up, comes down, makes another imbalance, pokes up, comes down. Your stop loss is always above on the imbalance. Price peaks back up, takes out that high, but gets into that block. Still a good sell. Holds, sinks down, takes out that liquidity, comes back. So we have another resistance block right here. Not a great one though, but good enough. But price comes back in. Look at the bodies holding inside that block right there. Price comes back up into this up candle. That's a good supply block right there. Breaks down, another imbalance, sell off from there, and so on. All right, get to this open. We tap that 1 hour block. That's what this line is right here on the 1 hour. And then we see this. Price breaks up. I'm not concerned about it. Breaks up again. Now I see that that's a break of structure because this lower high broke structure through that. So this is, if we break above it, that is a break of structure. Because if the price came up to here and came back down, that's not a break of structure because this leg is what moved it. But because this leg pushed it down below this low, then breaks above it, that's considered a break of structure in this high. Now you had the same thing happen here. Okay, this was very tricky. This same thing happened here, and I caught this here trying to buy up, and then it came against me, and I stopped, and I just got out early. I just didn't like the way it was forming. Look at this; it's not rallying, it's not doing this, So this was over with. All right, and then it rolled through, and then it never came up; it just rolled through. But then I remembered to keep this idea in mind of the open. It's sitting right there, so it makes sense. So then we found support here, break up, come back in. Right there, could have been a buyer right there, but price came up, came back down, respected that block really well. Take a look at this block right here. The open here, top left, is 32,694, and the low of this candle is 32,694. It's perfect. I'm always pushing the button when it hits that, but I did want just one more piece of order flow, so price kind of came up, came right back in, okay, into that block. As soon as it hit that block, I'm a buyer. Stop loss above, I'm sorry, below that candle itself, and coupled with, look at the candle. Comes down and taps that opening, that gap opening again. Look at it. See that? And then rides through. Could have been a buyer there. Could have been a buyer in this imbalance, and so on. And where are we taking it to? Well, by the way, this is also inversed imbalance right there. So once was a buy imbalance, broke down, came up and tested it again, broke down, broke above it, broke down, broke above it, and then now it's ready to use as support. So you don't need to focus on this too much, but in general, taking it to where. So when we took this buy, another reason for the buy as well, because this was super suspect. I knew it's 9:30. They love to come right back to where we sold or bought from. And sure enough, this is the 9:30 candle. And if you drag out this imbalance, and it never got filled on the 5-minute, isn't it funny how it comes right back to it? And I see this all the time. So perfect. Look at this. Perfect delivery. Look at taps right above on the 5-minute imbalance. And boom. Nice direction. I was assuming that we would just be bullish. I'm not trying to go against the trend, because let me go back to let me go to an hour. I'm not trying to go against the trend, because we have constantly seen, even the 4-hour, if you see it, let me go to a 4-hour, you'll see here that we see that. I mean, we're constantly making higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now I'm not saying that we have to come up, but I'm not trying to fight the trend either. So, and I didn't see nothing like this. I don't see any massive ass candles coming down either. So this just came to support, and we'll probably bust through this. And the intention is to probably come into here. Tomorrow, we do have news tomorrow. And again, I'm sorry. As far as the buy goes, here was the other piece of confluence when we took this buy. When we took this buy right here, we also had Dow Jones make a higher low, and very clear lower lows in S&P and Nas that framed the buy. So, yeah, I'm not trying to go against the flow. I'm trying to go with it. So sell and a buy, pretty much. Because London is already finding ourselves at a higher high. So obviously I'm going to make a higher low. I'm going to make a higher low. So I'm going to sell the counter trend, and I'm going to buy the new higher low, right? So anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I think I already did. But on the daily chart, you see it's rushing for something, man. I mean, it's obviously rushing to get into here. So, and that's pretty much it. Now we have an imbalance here, right here. I'm gonna mark this because tomorrow's news, I'm not saying it will, but I'm not saying I don't know what's gonna happen in the middle of the night, because as you see, Asia and London, they've been taking a lot of the ranges from us New Yorkers. I'm not a New Yorker, but I mean us New York sessions. So it's possible that we dip down. I think we're going to go up first and then dip down. But if they if they move this range a lot, then we'll dip down, then go back up. Oh my God, what did I just do? But that's a place that we're revisiting, guaranteed. So here's the thing. I mean, will we see it today first? I mean, even if I went back to the 1 hour, take a look, you see that, like, and I'll be honest with you. Generally, when we get this move, and then we find ourselves closing back up here, there's a high chance that it's going to continue. If we stayed down here and closed, then I say we retrace a little bit and keep going. But in my experience, when I see us retrace and then we close back up here, well, Asia and London will just slowly come up and keep it rolling. So yeah, but at the same time, it's possible that we do kind of drop from here. We play around and then we kind of come back down into this imbalance right here. For a retracement to then maybe finish up this top side. But at the same time, I'm thinking Asia London will continue and just roll right through, and then maybe we'll start coming our way down because, I mean, I'm not saying that we can't be bullish anymore and kind of really come up here, right? But that would just look super awkward. I don't know. To me, I feel like we should kind of start making our way down to if you want the price to be efficient, then we should be coming down here and handling all these gaps and these imbalances on the weekly. So and then I would be content with saying, okay, maybe we can see movement up, but at the same time, with the way things are this year, and we're not really there yet, I mean it would make sense for me to come down more first. So, but yeah, looks like we're definitely rushing for this area here. All right. So hope this helps. You guys take care and God bless.